Hey there, fellow investors. Welcome back to our channel, where we turn complex financial topics into easy-to-understand nuggets of wisdom. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of uranium stocks. Don't worry, we'll keep it lighthearted and fun. So let's get started with our 10-minute guide on how to invest in uranium stocks for beginners. The price of uranium has strengthened in recent years, leaving investors wondering how to enter the market. Here's a look at stocks, ETFs, and uranium futures. Many have been waiting for uranium prices to increase and strengthen the market. As the trend toward clean energy continues, some believe that day is soon to come. How has the Fukushima nuclear disaster had an effect on uranium production? In 2011, Japan's Fukushima power plant was hit by a severe earthquake and tsunami in the region, causing the most severe nuclear accident since the Chernobyl disaster. This resulted in the meltdown of its reactors and discharge of radioactive water, forcing residents to evacuate their homes. Following this disaster, Japan's nuclear power production dropped from 30% to just 2%. All nuclear plants in the country were either closed down or operations were suspended, and other countries became wary of nuclear power generation, also cutting down on their own operations. Because of this, the price of uranium has halved since 2011 and is struggling to regain its peak. Nevertheless, as you can see from the table above, the decline in nuclear production from developed countries such as Japan has paved the way for emerging economies such as Kazakhstan and Namibia to take charge of the uranium market. Although many power plants are not in use anymore, each country that is part of the Paris Agreement must adhere to the rules of producing at least 20 to 22% of its energy portfolio in nuclear power, which will raise the demand for uranium once again. As the world's largest uranium consumer, U.S. President Biden describes nuclear power as critical clean energy technologies, and the country is striving to reclaim domestic uranium mining as one of its goals, rather than solely relying on imports from the biggest producers above. Can you invest in uranium? Unlike other commodities and raw materials such as gold, silver, and crude oil, it is not possible to invest in or trade on physical uranium due to its radioactive nature. Instead, an alternative way of gaining exposure to this commodity is via the stock market. But how do traders invest in uranium? The path is less straightforward than it is for metals like gold, but there are plenty of options to consider. So where should investors start? How to invest in uranium stocks. One way to invest in uranium is to purchase stocks. With the current price of uranium still relatively low, its all-time high was $136 and 22 cents per pound in 2007. It's possible to get good deals while companies are on sale. When looking at stocks, beginners may want to start with the world's largest uranium mining companies. Big miners often provide stability, and examples include uranium heavyweights like Cameco, BHP, NYSE, BHP, ASX, BHP, LSE, BHP, and NextGen Energy, NYSE, NXAE, TSX, NXAE, ASX, NXD. Of course, these large mining companies are not the last word in the market. In fact, there are quite a few mid-tier and junior uranium exploration companies that investors may want to discover. As a starting point, check out the list of the top-performing TSXV and TSX-listed uranium stocks. Understanding where these companies' uranium mines and production facilities are located can help investors make informed decisions. Those interested in uranium stocks may want to look at the countries that produce the most of the metal. In 2021, the three top jurisdictions were Kazakhstan, Namibia, and Canada. How to invest in uranium ETFs? For investors who want exposure to the market, but crave the diversity of a basket of equities instead of single stocks, exchange-traded funds, ETFs, are generally the way to go. The selection of uranium-focused ETFs isn't very wide, but luckily for investors the options are growing. For starters, investors can look at Global X Funds, ARCA, URA, which tracks a basket of mining firms. The fund is made up of both American and international uranium miners and producers. An alternative to that ETF is the VanEck Market Vectors Uranium Plus Nuclear Energy ETF, ARCA NLR, which tracks a market cap-weighted index of companies in the uranium industry. Another option is the Horizons Global Uranium Index ETF, TSX, HURA. It is designed to give investors exposure to the rebounding uranium industry and features Canadian uranium miners. It was launched by Horizons ETF's management in mid-2019. The latest uranium ETF is the Sprott Uranium Miners ETF, ARCA Uranium. It's an international uranium fund comprised of companies in Kazakhstan, Canada, and the U.S. Using the North Shore Global Uranium Mining Index, the ETF tracks producers and explorers, as well as holders of physical uranium. One of its holdings is the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, a fund that invests solely in physical uranium. As mentioned, it's been credited with helping to boost prices and has become a popular investment. How to invest in uranium futures? As a third option, investors can look to the futures market while awaiting a rise in the uranium price. Futures are financial contracts that obligate the buyer to purchase or the seller to sell an asset like a physical commodity or financial instrument at a predetermined future date and price. In terms of uranium futures, investors once again have few options. CME Group, NASDAQ CME, offers UXC Uranium U308 futures. These contracts track U308, and each one represents 250 pounds of the nuclear fuel. The NYNEX also provides investors with a U308 futures trading option. Futures are an important part of the market as there is currently no exchange-listed, transparent price instrument that consumers and suppliers can use to manage prices and risks. Furthermore, uranium futures provide investors with a marketplace for direct exposure to the price of uranium. Stay up to date with uranium news. As the world moves away from fossil fuels, there will be a greater dependency on nuclear power and renewable sources to meet the world's energy demands. You should keep on top of market news to monitor the price of uranium and react appropriately to news events that may have an impact on your open positions. With a live account, you will have access to our news and analysis section, which is updated by our expert market analysts on a daily basis, as well as exclusive fundamental Morningstar reports and our Reuters news feed. It is even possible to set trading alerts for this type of news via desktop, mobile, or tablet device. Is uranium a good investment? Uranium excitement is high, with many experts saying the market could be on the cusp of a renaissance. Believers include Lobo Tigger, editor and founder of IndependentSpeculator.com, who sees many extremely bullish factors shaping today's uranium market. Of all these metals and minerals, uranium is the only one that's still below the average incentive cost or cost of production around the world right now, Tigger explained. It's the only one that you can actually say is still too cheap, that the price has to go up for there to be more. That's unique. Investment guru Rick Rule is equally confident in a coming bull market for uranium. I think the combination of reduced supply, increased demand, and the fact that a lot of the overhang is now in private hands, not available for sale, means that you're going to start seeing a price response in the uranium market. You are also going to see a much firmer term market, he said at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. Looking at the numbers, nuclear energy currently provides 10% of the world's electricity. With new capacity growing annually, the International Atomic Energy Agency forecasts that this could reach 12% by 2050. As the need for clean energy grows and uranium oversupply diminishes, demand for the energy fuel is likely to grow. Investing while uranium stock prices have room improvement could offer an opportunity. Congratulations, you made it to the end. Now you're equipped with the basics of investing in uranium stocks. Remember, stay informed, diversify, and have fun on your investing journey. If you liked this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and join our financial family. Until next time, happy investing, and may your portfolio always shine bright like uranium.